All right, so today we're going to dive into something that could totally flip the script on how we build software with AI. It's not just about writing better prompts, it's about a whole new way of working together, a true partnership between humans and coding agents that might just be the blueprint for the future. This quote from the Puffin project, man, it just nails the core problem, right? Think about it. You wouldn't manage a human software developer by just, I don't know, dropping random instructions in a chat and hoping for the best, would you? So why on earth are we trying to build complex apps that way with AI? So what's the alternative? Well, that's what this is all about. We're talking about moving past that messy, simple prompting model and into a real, structured partnership between the developer and the AI. You know that feeling, right? You start a small project with an AI coder and it feels like magic. It's amazing. But what happens when that project starts to get bigger? Yeah, that whole unstructured back and forth starts to crumble, and fast. And before you know it, it's just a total mess. The AI forgets what you decided 3 hours ago. There's no clear paper trail, no traceability for why a certain bit of code is the way it is. And trying to bring someone new onto that project, forget about it. It's a nightmare. And this just lays it all out, plain and simple. On the left, you've got the chaos, scattered chats, lost context. It's messy. But on the right, with a structured approach, you get a clear to-do list, focused context for every single task, and a full history you can actually search. It's literally the difference between chaos and clarity. Okay, so how do we get from the messy side to the clean side? Well, that's where Puffin comes in. Puffin is a tool built to do exactly that, to provide that structure. It's not about replacing the AI. It's about giving it a professional, sane workflow to operate in. So what is Puffin exactly? Think of it as a visual wrapper for the AI. And it introduces one super important idea from classic software development, the backlog. I mean, a backlog is really just an organized, prioritized to-do list. But that simple concept, it completely transforms everything, making the whole project maintainable, traceable, and actually collaborative. So here's how it actually works, and it's pretty brilliant. Your big ideas, your prompts, they don't just spit out code anymore. Instead, they create these nice, neat user stories. These stories go into that backlog we talked about, that clean queue of work. Then, you pull one story at a time for the AI to focus on. When it's done, you mark it complete. That's it. Simple, powerful, and so organized. But here's the thing. This structured workflow, it does way more than just keep things tidy. It actually creates a whole new kind of sync between the human and the AI by making it super clear who does what. And this is the core philosophy. It's so simple. Humans define the what and the why. The AI's job is to figure out the how. The human sets the direction, the AI handles the execution. The whole end-to-end process is mapped out right here. You can see the flow, all the way from research to the finished product. Now, those gray boxes, that's where humans are in charge, or collaborating. And the orange boxes, that's where the AI gets to go to work on its own. Let's dig into who does what a little more. This responsibility matrix really breaks it down for us. You can see the AI handles the heavy lifting, the planning, the implementation. But look where the humans are. They're making the big strategic calls, defining what needs to be done, choosing the work for each sprint, which is just a fancy word for a short burst of development. And this is so important, doing that final code review. And you can see those collaborative steps too, where they work back and forth. The whole system is really built around this idea of trust but verify. We trust the AI to do its job, but it can't just run off on its own. It has to stop and get explicit human approval at these really key moments. And these are what they call human control points. And these control points are absolutely crucial. A human decides what work gets done next. A human has to say yes to the AI's technical plan before a single line of code gets written. A human approves the notes that go into the project's history. And most importantly, a human does that final sign-off on the code. The person is always in the driver's seat. Okay, so what does this all add up to? What does this mean for the future of actually building stuff? Let's talk about the real-world benefits you get from a model like this. The payoff here is just huge. You get the incredible speed and efficiency of an AI agent, but you keep the essential oversight and quality control of a human expert. And traceability? Every single piece of work can be traced back to an original requirement. I mean, that's a lifesaver when you're looking at code 6 months from now, wondering why on earth did we do this? You get consistency and man, you get speed, because the AI is just crushing all that repetitive work. And maybe the most important thing is how this workflow actively prevents those all too common disasters you see with AI development. The AI can't go off and build the wrong thing because a human has to approve the plan first. Scope creep? Nope. The scope is locked in for each sprint. And low-quality code never makes it in because there's that final human review gate standing in the way. So this all leaves us with a really big question, doesn't it? I mean, think about it. We went from writing code by hand to using compilers to using these massive frameworks. Is this kind of structured partnership with AI the next big evolution? Could this be the blueprint for how all complex software gets built from now on? It's a pretty wild idea to think about.